Need your mind, your body, your soul. I love it when you make me feel like I'm in control. We ain't gotta tell no one, let's keep.
Hey fellow foodies, it's Faye from faysfood.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make sauteed kafta. So the beauty of kafta is it's very easy to make because there's very few ingredients. You're just going to need some red onions, some flat leaf Italian parsley, some ground beef, we're using chuck, and salt, pepper, and 7 spice. I quartered my red onions just so that it's going to be easier to chop up in the machine, and I'm going to begin to take the bulbs out because those are just bitter and not tasty. FYI, I'm just wearing gloves because I don't want the red onions to stain my hands. So I'm gonna take about half of the onions and begin to chop them up in this manual food processor thing that my mom swears by. I hate the thing personally, but my mom swears by it, so we're gonna do it her way. You can of course just use a regular food processor or just chop these things up with your knife. Right, so after the onions, you want to chop up the parsley really well. And then we're going to combine the two in a bowl. Of course, make sure to wash the parsley really well before you begin to chop it, because dirt loves to stick on parsley and cilantro. Don't know why. Alright, so after that I take some paper towels and I begin to wring out any excess moisture, which there tends to be a lot in onions and parsley. And we're doing that because we really don't want our mixture to be too moist. It's just going to fall apart in the pan if it is. So that's why we're doing that. And then after that, you can go ahead and pour in the mixture in with the beef. Alright, so I'm totally going to front for the camera here, but we really don't measure these things out. We kind of just put them in there and taste later on to see if it needs more seasoning. But I added in some 7 spice, some salt, some freshly ground black pepper, and that's it. Our mixture is ready to go, ready to be mixed together. And that's the beauty of kafta. It's very few ingredients, but so big on flavor. And of course, very healthy. You see what's going in here. That's why it's important to have very good ingredients. Parsley I got from my garden. The beef you want fresh as possible. The same thing with the red onions. And then freshly ground black pepper really makes a difference. So you want to just mix this as you would with meatballs. You really just want to mix it until it's uniform and it's combined all together. And like I said, I always, whether I measure the seasoning or not, which we typically don't, I always give it a taste because I want to see if it needs any more seasoning, whether it be salt, pepper, or 7 spice. If you're afraid to taste raw meat, you can always just taste it and then spit it out. But it's very important to at least give it a taste for seasoning. Okay, so once you're happy with the seasoning and you adjusted it if necessary, you can go on to shaping the kafta. Fair warning, I'm no expert in terms of shaping the kafta. I typically don't do the cooking, especially when it comes to the Lebanese cooking in our house. My mom does. So I'm going to do the best I can. But typically what you're looking for is an oblong shape, kind of football shape. For lack of a better word. If you find it too difficult to do this, you can of course just make them into meatballs, but this is the authentic look you're looking for. It's kind of an oblong shape. I'm not gonna make much. I'm just gonna make some just to show you, because really this is what we're doing that day for dinner was the pita bread version. So the toasted pita bread version that I've shown before on video and on my blog. But I want to show you that there's so many ways to make and serve kafta. It's unbelievable. And this is one of my favorite ways, actually. So in a pan, I have olive oil, just enough so that the bottom of the pan is coated well, so that these don't stick, which they tend to do. I also use a spoon to spin them around once they're seared on a side, because again, if you don't, they will stick. And we're just gonna cook this until, okay, fair warning, I am not the typical Lebanese person in the sense that I like my beef medium rare. I'm not gonna speak in generalities, but most, if not all, of the people in my family, my Lebanese friends, people when I went overseas, they really do like their beef well done. And that's why the kafta served in restaurants is typically much darker than what I'm gonna show you here. But I love mine medium rare. I'm not backing down on that. That's just how I like it, okay? So please don't come for me in the comments, because I know it's different than what you normally see. Okay, so after you're happy with the color, you're happy with how long it's cooked, you want to turn the heat off and you want to put in all your lemon juice. And there should be more lemon juice than olive oil. And it will combine with the olive oil and form this delicious pan sauce. It's amazing. And you see the residual heat continues to cook the kafta. And you don't have to do this, but I do love serving it with that pan sauce, because why would I let it go to waste? It's so good. But you can serve this in many ways. You can just eat it by hand and dip it in this pan sauce. You can eat it with a fork, pita bread, dip it in hummus, dip it in ketchup. There's just so many ways. Serve it with a side of rice. But yeah, it's very easy. I also like to squeeze some freshly squeezed lemon on top before I eat them as well. So you see how easy that comes together. It's a very great snack, as well as you can make it a dinner. And the kafta themselves are very tender, like melt in your mouth tender, and big on flavor, very juicy and very tangy. I love kafta. It's one of my favorite things to eat personally. So this is just another way that you can make it. It's called sauteed kafta, or pan-fried kafta. I hope you guys give this a try. The full recipe will be on the blog at facefood.com. And I hope you like this video. Please like it if you do. Comment below if you have any comments or questions. And I hope you guys give this a try. It's well worth it. And please subscribe to this channel for more great videos on the way. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day.
You're down for. I wanna figure out to make it come around. But we should quit the game and settle things right here, right now. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about all the things you do. I wanna take you from everything.